Buongiorno, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today I have a full review on some of the new releases in the designer world, and I'm going to tell you if they are worth your money or not. We are going to talk about the new Gucci, the new Scandal Intense, the new Lumiere d'Egypte from Chloe, the new Idole Power, and also the new flanker of Givenchy, Irresistible. So if you want to know all about these fragrances and if they are worth your money, then please keep on watching. Let's start with the new flanker of Chloe, Lumiere d'Egypte. I have a full review on the original one, Nude d'Egypte, which I will leave linked down below. And it is this very unique, ambery, orange blossom fragrance. A lot of people compared it to Libre, which I totally disagree. I don't get any Libre of that fragrance. It's such a sweet, unique orange blossom fragrance. Very, very beautiful scent and a great creation. Now I have to mention that I had Nude d'Egypte and I decluttered it. Not because it's a bad fragrance, I actually recommended it, but because it was a fragrance that I did not reach for as much as I wish. And I have limited space, so I decided to go for other fragrances and declutter that one. Now the new Lumiere is a brighter version, like it is in the name. It's a fresher, brighter version of the original one. It still has this beautiful note, this particular note of Kaifi, which is supposed to be the note of the first fragrance ever created. And I am not going to lie, I much like this new flanker, mainly because it also has jasmine note, which is very predominant, and I prefer jasmine to orange blossom. It has again this particular note of Kaifi, so it's very, very unique as the original one. But it's much lighter, much fresher. There is this lily note. It's still very sweet, like the original one. But when you first spray it is where you get a lot of like the differences between the two, because it's almost like you get this edge of green. Like when I first sprayed it, I was sure there is petit grain. There's nothing in the notes, but I don't know. In the beginning, I smelled something like petit grain. It does fade away in the dry down. It remains sweet, but brighter in a way. In the dry down, they become quite similar, but still different enough. Like the original one was more denser, more deeper in a way. This is more brighter, more fresher, but still quite sweet. So this is if for someone who loves a sweet white floral. I don't believe that I've never ever smelled anything like it. And I again would highly recommend this one, especially that it has good performance. Like when I saw it had Lumiere, so I thought it's going to be an eau de toilette. I was right about being it a summer version, but I was wrong about the performance, because it is quite a good fragrance when it comes to performance. I would say they almost have the same performance. The only difference, as I said, is that the original one is more ambery, it's more like orange blossom, while the new one, there's not a lot of this depth of amber. So it's a little bit more floral and more fresher, more summer version. Highly recommend it. If the original one was a little bit too like dense for you, not sweet, because both are sweet, but if it was a little bit more of a dense experience for you, you wanted something a little bit lighter, then new one is definitely for you. Now let's move on to the new flanker of Idole Power. I had big expectation for this fragrance because it has an apple note, it has sandalwood, so I was like, this is just right up my alley. Now I have to mention that at one point I had almost all of the Idole fragrances, and I decluttered all of them except of one, and it's last year release, Idole Eau de Toilette, because it just, this tea note in that fragrance just is for me everything. I love that fragrance. My favorite one is that one, and also Idole Aura. So when I saw the note of this one, I thought it's going to be like another Idole that I will get for my collection to replace the ones that I've decluttered, but I have to say I am not liking this one. It has a lot of sandalwood, I would give it that. I'm not getting any apple note at all. There is some notes that are not mentioned. So again, you have the musky rose. I don't know why they are not mentioning musk. And a musky rose is the core of Idole. Like musk and rose for me are the two notes that combine like all the flankers of Idole. It's definitely here. It's not very predominant, but it is here. There is vanilla for sure. Is it a bad fragrance? By any means, I'm not saying that at all. But it doesn't stand out. Like, I believe they should move on and create a new fragrance by now. Like, so many flankers. I have actually a review on all of them. This is not my favorite one. It's a new take, like it's a woody take, but it's not unique enough. If you love a woody rose, like a sweet woody rose, I think you will like this one, but it's not unique enough. Like with all these fragrances, with all these new releases, this just doesn't stand out in my opinion. So it was very, very disappointing when it comes to that, especially that I don't like the sandalwood used here at all. It's not a good sandalwood in my opinion. Has an amazing performance, which you would expect. If you are using sandalwood, you have to have better performance than even any of the flankers, and it does. I believe this is the most long-lasting one. Projection is moderate to strong, but I'm not an oversprayer, so I guess when you overspray you will have a very, very strong sillage with this one. It has a presence to it. And I saw in Fragrantica that people compare it to Amouage Guidance, and I'm like, what are you talking about? This has nothing to do with Amouage Guidance. What are you comparing it to? Like, no. Please, if you love that fragrance and you thought that it's going to be a similar one from the reviews on Fragrantic, ignore it, because it has nothing to do with Amouage Guidance. Not in the scent profile and not even in the quality. What are we talking about? So this is, for me, a fragrance that gets a 7 out of 10. Let's move to the new Gucci, and it is the Love Edition. I believe they create every year something for Valentine's, or this is what the salesperson told me. And it's not a secret. I'm not a lover of Gucci at all. The only Gucci that I like is the Gucci Absolute Parfum, which is a very dark rose, woody, a little bit berryish rose. It's very gothic-like, and I love that fragrance. That's the only exception. I don't like any Gucci fragrances. So when they gave me a sample of that one, I was like, oh, okay, like I'm not going to say no, let's try this fragrance. Let me tell you, I was actually quite pleasantly surprised. Is it a fragrance that I would buy? No, because it's also not a scent profile that I personally love, but I do like this fragrance. It has lilac, patchouli, oak moss, if I'm not mistaken. Mostly what I get, it's lilac and patchouli, maybe some musks there, some woody notes, but mostly the star of the show here is this beautiful lilac note, and I love lilac. So why am I saying that it's not a fragrance for me personally, since I love so much lilac? It's because of the patchouli. I'm not a patchouli lover. It's quite predominant here, like I can, especially in the dry down, it comes out very strong. So if you love patchouli and you love lilac, you will love this one. Like, it's beautiful. Beautiful lilac fragrance and very unique. I did not expect that from Gucci at all. So actually, it's a fragrance that I would recommend. Now let's get to the new flanker, Givenchy Irresistible Nude Velvet. Again, it's one of these lines that I once had almost all of the fragrances of. Currently, I have only one that is in my collection. It is very floral one that came out last year. This one, I had a lot of expectations because of the name Nude Velvet. So I thought of something very smooth and very light, like because it's new, to more of a skin scent that is not quite dense, let's say. And it is true a little bit to its name. So here you have some of the notes that make Givenchy Irresistible, which is the iris, there is the rose, there is the muskiness, but it is quite a powdery, and the powderiness here doesn't come from the iris. It comes from rice powder. This is what they call it in the on Fragrantica. Like, I am not sure that I'm smelling rice powder per se. What I'm smelling is an extremely powdery scent, a little bit has an edge to it because it has ambrette. And the ambrette here is quite predominant to my nose, like it's more ambrette than musk. And the whole experience was an extremely powdery version of the DNA of Irresistible, and it's lacking the sweetness of Irresistible. So it's more focused on the iris, like the iris is extremely predominant. It is the predominant note, or one of the predominant notes of Givenchy Irresistible, but here it's more focused on, or maybe it's this powdery notes that bring out more the iris. I don't know, but it is very, very powdery, and powdery not in a good way. Like, I love powdery scents, by the way, but sometimes powdery scents have this edge to it, is irritating to me, and this one has it. And overall, it's just a forgettable fragrance in a way. So again, it's the same case as with Idole. I love this line, but just stop it. Like, you have created a lot of flankers, you are done. You don't need to create another flanker. So move on, create a new fragrance. This is my personal opinion. Overall, this scent I am going to give a 6.5 out of 10. It's just meh. Now let's get to the winner of this video, and it is the new Scandal Intense. I am going to say it. I love the scent and I would highly recommend it. It seems more as a flanker of So Scandal than Scandal. So there is no honey here. It's more of a floral vanilla fragrance. They list again only 3 notes. So you have ylang ylang, vanilla and cardamom. Now let's start with, I am not getting a lot of cardamom here. And I'm a little bit bummed about that, because I think if the cardamom was a little bit amped up here, it would have been, like, for me, perfection. And it is what you would expect if you see these 2 notes, vanilla and ylang ylang. It is an extremely sweet, creamy, floral fragrance. Very simple, like I'm not smelling a lot here. I almost can say I smell a little bit of tuberose, like just a hint of tuberose here. But the star of the show is definitely ylang ylang and vanilla. I know this is going to be a bestseller. Everyone is going to rave about this fragrance, and I personally would highly, highly recommend it. Is it a fragrance, again, that I would personally wear? No, because it's way too sweet for me personally. But if you love sweet fragrances, you will love this scent. It is absolutely beautiful. Hands down, the best Scandal till now, after Scandal Banak, which is sadly discontinued. Beautiful scent, highly recommended. As you would expect for Scandal fragrances, very good performance. So no issues here. You will stand out with this fragrance and will not go unnoticed. And that was it. That was my review on all these new releases. I have other fragrances that I did a review on that are also new releases from the designer world, like Rosa Verde from the Aqua Liguria line from Guerlain, like the new Narciso for her Intense. Everything will be linked in the description down below. And stay tuned for more full reviews on new releases very soon here on my channel. So don't forget to subscribe and also to hit the notification bell. I hope you liked this video and you found it helpful. And if you did, please give it a thumb up. And if you didn't already, subscribe to my channel and click that notification button. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time. Ciao!